Hey, welcome back everyone. Welcome back, welcome back. I know I've been away a while, but um I've been a bit under the weather, but I'm feeling a lot better now. It's one of those you know, I don't know, just a cold. It wasn't anything serious, but there's always times where you feel like at your worst when you get sick, and then you go through this phase where you feel like, ugh, you just can't do anything. But, so that was probably the worst of it, like fever and whatnot. But the worst part about it all was being sick on the road. I did a bit of traveling, just in the States. I went up to, I went up to Seattle, and Seattle it was nice and rainy. I was there for an event, and I had been to Seattle before. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Seattle or you live there, but when you go early in the year, in let's see, in March, I guess the beginning of March, it's raining often, and it's really, really cold. Really cold, 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 cold. Super, super cold. And at least for me, I'm Texan, so if it gets down in the low 30s, I'm cold. Some of you who live in colder places, they're like, oh, that's not cold at all. But for me, that's cold, especially when you combine it with rain. So the weather, it changed a lot there. But I went down to the Pike Street Market, which is always cool. And they have the guys down there like throwing fish and stuff. You've probably seen videos of it, and they'll even put on a little show for you. So that's always cool. That's very touristy. But I was there for the event, the Emerald City Comic Con, which was big. It was really big, and on Saturday, the big day, there was, I believe, 30 or 31,000 people. That's all in one area. Now, if you've ever been to a Comic Con, you would see that, or you would know that people come in costume, right? And then a lot of these events, they have it to where you can meet celebrities. Some people like that kind of thing. So celebrities at this show, they had Chris Evans. Yeah, that's kind of cool, right? If you're a Chris Evans fan, he was Captain America in all the Avengers movies. For those who don't know who Chris Evans is, he's in a lot of other movies that you've probably seen if you haven't seen any Avengers movies. But if you have seen any Marvel movies, Avengers movies, like Captain America, Winter Soldier, that's Chris Evans. Chris Evans, he's a really good actor. He was also in a movie that he probably would like to forget, and so would Marvel, and that was the Fantastic Four. So the Fantastic Four was, it was a worthy effort, but perhaps it was just at the wrong time. It was like early 2000s or something like that, but Chris Evans he was the Human Torch. He looked cool at least. I think the best run of those movies was the one with the Rise of the Silver Surfer, and that's only because we finally got to see Silver Surfer on the screen. But anyways, I'm a big time nerd, so I like that kind of stuff. Don't be ashamed to be a nerd. But anyway, Chris Evans was there. Christopher Lloyd was also there. From Back to the Future. Christopher Lloyd's been in a ton of stuff. awesome, even though he's awesome in everything that he's been in. But so Christopher Lloyd is a lot of celebrities. Elijah Wood, I think. Mr. Frodo from Lord of the Rings. I mean, he's been in a ton of stuff. Like I said, all these people are in a lot of different things. So, but they have an area for all the people that watch Doctor Who. Jodie Whittaker was there. Jodie Whittaker, that's pretty cool. She was the 13th Doctor, right after Peter Capaldi. So she was there, so a lot of people were excited about that. I didn't meet any of these people. I've seen them walk around the show floor, so I've met them just briefly. They said hi, or hey, how are you, and stuff like that, but no, I didn't stand in the 3 and 4 hour lines. Look, get this place was so big. It was so big. The building, or the convention, I should say. The convention was so big that they put it in 2 separate buildings. In Seattle, they had the Seattle Convention Center downtown. And that was a humongous building. And then, that's where all the celebrities were. So they used a brand new convention center, which is across the street, and that's where they put the other celebrities. Well, I'm sorry. The celebrities are in the old convention center, and across the street in the new convention center is where the convention is actually held, with the exhibit hall and the artist alley, and then where they do panels. So that was cool. And Artist Alley is always great. Since I'm an artist myself, I tend to be in Artist Alley most often, and you can get a whole lot of really cool art there, and meet a lot of artists and writers and stuff like that. It's always good to support the indie artists, to give us a little bit of a hand up, so to speak. And saw a lot of artist friends there as well. So that was fun. On the exhibit floor, there's so many people. Now, there's artists on the exhibit floor as well, but there's, allergies. These allergies are bad out here. But anyway, on the exhibit floor, there's a lot of there's artists there as well, but that's where you buy a lot of action figures and stuff, like pops and t-shirts and accessories for your cosplay, for all you cosplayers out there. I think there was a lot of good cosplay. I'm trying to think of which ones were the best. I know which one was really funny, was the woman. She was cosplayed as the landlord from the movie Kung Fu Hustle. I can't remember the character name, but it was the landlord. She had the rollers in her hair. She was always wearing a bonnet in public, but if you see the character, it totally explains it. She wore like house shoes, flippers, slippers, or whatever, and she always had just a cigarette hanging out of her mouth. Yeah, Kung Fu Hustle it's a hilarious movie. I think it's by Raymond Chow. It came out early 2000s, but watch Kung Fu Hustle. So that was fun. It's fun to see like a surprise cosplay like that. The ones that you have to know to know. And then there was a lot of cosplay from Hell of a Boss. If you've ever watched Hell of a Boss is pretty cool. It's a lot of cosplay from that. And there's tons of anime. Tons of anime from Goku and Full Metal, Black Butler. There's so much anime. I think One Piece. One Piece was the king of the con. I think I saw more One Piece cosplay than anything. The One Piece stuff is great, especially when you see like a little kid, like a baby dressed as Luffy. That's always cute. Like kid cosplays are really cute. So that was also a plus, and then there's Star Wars stuff, of course. People dressed as stormtroopers and Darth Vader and Jedi's and Mandalorians. Yeah, that's great. Great stuff. I think there's always that one or two cosplayer that has a costume that's too big for the show floor and they can't even walk around. Like, I'm looking at that like, how do you even, first of all, how did you make that? So, a thumb up for even making something that awesome. But how did you even get it in the car? Like, how did you, I mean, it's crazy. Like, when you see a giant Totoro character, I'm just like, and the thing is gigantic. I mean, I'm talking like 7 feet tall and almost 5 feet in diameter. Like, how did you even get that? And it doesn't squish down. They can barely move and they have someone like guiding them. Maybe they brought it in a trailer or I don't know, a moving truck. It's just really weird sometimes, but it makes for great photos for people. Yeah, they can't even move around, and then they get so sweaty because the suit, I guess, is made out of plush or carpet. I don't know what the heck it's made out of, but it's pretty impressive sometimes, and I don't know how they do it without passing out. And then they have these suits that fill with air, like it'll be a Pokemon or something like Pikachu, and Pikachu, but like it fills with air. But you would think that the air, like it would be cooler inside because there's a little fan motor on the back that blows air to keep the suit inflated. But it doesn't, and it just gets hot. And I helped someone get out of the suit, and it was like, hey, can you help me? Because it zips from the outside. I'm like, what the? It zips from the outside. Now, I'm not sure if they all zip from the outside, but what the heck kind of sense does that make? You need help to even get in it. Shouldn't the zipper be on the inside? How the heck do you get out if no one else is around? You just, I guess, rip the damn suit off. Whoever designed that suit, because that's not on the cosplayer, that's on the designer of the suit. Whoever designed it, just, I guess they didn't think that through, or maybe it had something to do with keeping the air sealed in, so maybe that's why the zipper's on the outside. I'm trying to think logically, but it just seems weird that you need help to get in and out of that thing. But I guess if no one's around, at least it's pumping air inside of the suit so you wouldn't suffocate. But what if the motor breaks or the battery runs low? Oh boy. Anyway, that's going dark. Outside of that, I saw a little bit of G.I. Joe cosplay. It's always good to see some old stuff come back. Oh, they had some really cool statues. I love those statues. They in the animation world we call them maquettes, but it's statues to the layman. Even though they are statues, but they have them of like different characters and they're super detailed, like Indiana Jones and what's the guy? I just drew a blank, y'all. The one with the guns. Well, shoot, everybody has guns. The character, yes, the Keanu Reeves. Why can't I think of the movie with Keanu Reeves? And I've seen like all four of these damn movies. Oh my goodness. I just straight up drew a blank. But anyway, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I forgot the damn movies. I'm gonna have to look at it anyway. But, yeah, they have some pretty awesome statues there that you can buy, and they range from like, $100 up to thousands. Oh my goodness, there was this one because I love monsters, like the monster movies, right? So they had a Ghidra, a Monster Zero from Godzilla. Oh my god, you could look at the scales, each individual scales on the creature, like it was just fantastic. Oh my god. I mean, I don't have nowhere to put something like that. But, it's really cool to see, like, the craftsmanship. Some of them are probably sculpted by hand, but, a lot of things have moved into 3D. So they model it in 3D and they 3D print it. But, either way, the level of detail is impressive. So, the good food. There's this, let's talk about a little bit of food. Because in Seattle they have this great, John Wick. Why come I couldn't say that earlier? John Wick. I've seen like 4 of these freaking movies and I couldn't say John Wick. John freaking Wick. But, anyway, back to food. Down at the market they have like fish that you can like actually buy. There's like a fish place down there, so that was good. Cause when traveling, I like to graze a bit, and so there's also this cultured gelato. I think it's like Finnish or I don't know. It has a strange name, but it's down at the Pike, but it is the best damn gelato I've ever had. I'm not even kidding you. And I've had a lot of gelato, but this is like cultured. And there was a flavor that was ube coconut. Ube coconut. I don't know if you're familiar with ube. Ube is like it's very similar to a yam or a potato, but it's purple. The color is purple, and I just really like the taste of it. And with the coconut in it, it was it was like an experience. It was so good. So, yeah, that was fantastic. And of course, there's pizza and stuff like that. But that's like when I'm on the go, because grazing seems to work best. Because when traveling, I don't want to get full and be like, ugh. Then all you want to do is just sit down. But since I was there for the convention, there's a lot of sporadic eating. Something else, I got a Moscow roll. This is a little place called Piroshki. that's the first place I could actually name. Getting terrible with names, y'all. Piroshki. So I guess that's a shout out for them. But I tried a Moscow roll, and it's a roll like a Danish, but it's flaky. It's rolled up not a swirl like a croissant, but just a roll, and it has I think cream of wheat inside of it or something like that. It's not something that I would normally try or even sounded good, but I was like, well, I always get the curry, chicken and rice wrap, or pierogi. But I'm like, you know what, let me just try something sweet instead of savory this time. It's like, whatever. Damn, that thing was good, y'all. Look for the Moscow roll. The Moscow roll is really good. Another one to try is the rhubarb. The rhubarb was good. And of course the curry chicken and the rice. Yeah, the curry chicken and the rice is that's like my favorite one. But that's good if you like savory. But anyway, yeah, that's just what happened last weekend. It was a 5-day extravaganza with a ton of people. So if you get a chance, go check out Comic-Con. If there's a Comic-Con that's in your city, Comic-Con. A lot of people don't know what Comic-Con is. If you're a nerd, if you're a geek of any kind, or if you just want to experience something out of the norm, step into our world a bit, you should go to one in your town. I would not recommend going on a Saturday if you just want to try it out, because there's a ton of people, and if you don't like crowds, Saturday is the absolute worst time to go. The best time to go is either Friday early or Sunday, because a lot of the people have left, and the rest of the people are just walking around. Some people are tired. But yeah, Sunday. So, yeah, thank you for listening to me. And I hope to see some of you at another convention out there one of these days. So until then, you guys have a good day. And I will talk to you on the next one. Thanks for listening. Bye.